boys, how we all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today, boys, we're back ranking the best players in each position. The first one of these type of videos I've done since App Team of the Year, man. It's fair to say we're due another one of these videos, boys. Let's jump straight into it, man. Alright then, boys, so starting off with the goalies, man. Now, obviously, we know there's no goalie in this game that's perfect. Obviously, these are some of the ones on the screen right now, as you boys can see, that I find to be the best I've used this year. You know, as I said, there's no perfect goalie. The way they're coded in game, they all do stupid BS animations at times. You just gotta find that card that makes the least amount of those mistakes. And these guys have been some of the most trustworthy I've used this year. A lot of them have that 1v1 close down, which obviously is a very, very effective kind of OP playstyle as well. So anyway, really, boys, I've used Schmeichel this year. Big fan of him. He's actually my current goalkeeper. I have used the regular Gold Martinez in the past. He's very, very solid. So obviously there's the Team of the Year variant now if you want to go and pick up that. Kobel, Maynan, Van der Sar, usually one of the better icon keepers every year, so he's in this list. GG Donnarumma, bit of a beast as well. Lucky enough to pack this guy a while back. Tried him out, he was quite good. And then to round it up, boys, Casillas is 93 in there as well, man. Alright then, boys, so moving over to the full back. Start off with right back here. For some of these cards, man, I mean, Cancelo's SBC. I think obviously the league is awkward. You know, it's hard to link them, obviously, if you don't, you know, you're not doing the Saudi league. But obviously, Portugal, good links in there. Nice fullback, 4-star, 5-star, good play styles. Yeah, when that Cancelo SBC dropped, boys, obviously rapid and intercept, as you can see. When that Cancelo SBC dropped, I knew he'd be a popular choice. A lot of us as FIFA players know, boys, that Cancelo in FIFA. Because of that weak foot as well, you can play left or right. He's versatile for you. Very, very, very good card. Very, very meta right back in the minute in game. Obviously, this video, boys, it's an all budget kind of, ranking video as well. So, in terms of the best players you can pick up at each budget range. So, obviously, Bradley, more on the cheaper end of the spectrum. In terms of Bradley's price right now, I mean, he's like, what is he, like 40, 50k? Yeah, so he's like 50,000 coins. Now, obviously, the reason I put him in here, and the same reason I put the low in here, is obviously the evolution abilities, right? So, obviously, both these cards could have went into that Eve. I ended up putting the low into it. The low's card, boys, this year, I've been a real fan of. I pretty much had him since the start of the year, from his regular gold, and then kind of evolved him all the way up. Just a really nice card for me. Now, I'm not saying he's like amazing and he's as good as any other ones here, but obviously it fits this video. Obviously, we're talking about all budgets, and I think for a cheaper end of the spectrum card, the low's certainly not a bad one in terms of doing his Evo. Bradley, the same. You can pick this card up for like 30, 40,000 coins. And his EDF feature stars on its own is good, and then you can obviously have the potential to Evo that as well. So, yeah, Bradley in the low end there. Frimpong, we know. FIFA, he's always a solid card. Moving into some of the better ones here, though. Zambrotta, we're talking about that 4-star, 5-star again. Very, very nice card. 5-star weak foot. When you've got that as a fullback. Zambrotta, a bit like Cancelo, obviously being able to play on both sides. Maicon I put in. This guy, I actually didn't see a lot of him being used, but I'm kind of surprised why not, because his stats are amazing, right? His stats are amazing. He only has obviously one playstyle plus, which is whip pass, which is decent for a fullback, but sometimes you want a bit more better defensive ones. But it's still a very, very nice card. And every time I face against this guy, boys, because he's got that like physical frame in game, he's like a very, very stocky build in game. I just find him very, very difficult to get past. 4-star, 4-star solid as well. Yeah, so Maicon's a good right back in this game, man. I don't know why more people don't use him. He's solid. And obviously then Jules Koundé. Now he will be in the centre backs as well, because he's that good of a card. Bit of a beast, man. Bit of a beast. I still don't know whether I like this guy better when I had him out on the right at right back, or whether I want him centre back, because as I say, I feel like he's equally good in both positions. I mean, there's some real nice fullbacks here, man. It depends how much you want to spend on a fullback too, though, doesn't it? Obviously Cafu, probably picking the bunch here to be fair. Nearly the 2 million coins on him. Obviously, he does have some nice play styles moving into him. He's obviously got the jockey and relentless. Cafu, yet again, a card that I tried last year. Big fan of him. Obviously, a few different ones. The Carvajal's a decent card. 3 playstyle plus is obviously in your Team of the Year. So if you went with Bronze or Carvajal, you're getting that extra playstyle plus as well. Balda, can't look past him. He'll be on our left back slot as well. Very, very nice card. Got Anticipate plus. And there is some other cheaper end of the spectrum ones, boys, like the Malo Augusto, for example. He's dropped a little bit now from what he was. Still a very solid fullback, 240k. Maybe not as high in the weak footage you'd like, to be fair, but he's still very, very solid. And then obviously people like Di Lorenzo and stuff, any of those new grassroots greats, they could potentially be solid for you in terms of Evos as well. Alright, boys, moving over to the left-hand side, man. Left backs, what we saying? Well, there's a lot of meta options over here as well. Some that are obviously interchanged between right back and left back, like the Balda, like the Cancelo. Very, very meta fullbacks. Brilliant, weak foot and skill moves. Balda, let me just remind myself. Yeah, he's 4-4 as well, isn't he? Yeah. Cancelo, obviously 4-5 on Cancelo's card. Obviously, a few different options in here. For me, Teo Hernandez, best left back in this game. I feel a lot of people are between either Hernandez or Mendy. Now, obviously, EA did go and drop that Mendy SBC a while back, which is around about 500k. listen, he's a very, very nice card, no doubts about it. Rolfo, always a very, very solid left back. Obviously, the versatility as well. She can play in midfield for you as well, in terms out in the wide left mid or left wing. Obviously, I got to showcase this guy, man. Bombito, the guy that dropped the other night as an SBC, and he's literally been involved in like 3 Evos since his release. So there was the strategic shift, wasn't there? And then there was obviously the one, the grassroots growth that he fitted into last night at the time of recording this. You boys will see this on the Thursday evening, which will be 2 days after this. But yeah, he's fitting in a lot of Evos right now. I haven't put this version into yet. This obviously he's a centre back, but obviously he's a left back as well. He fits in this left back slot as well. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Evos I expect for this guy. There already has been. And I expect a lot more, and I'm kind of playing the patient game right now. I'm waiting. As soon as we can get that defending, boys, really, really boosted into the 90s. If I can get that defending and physical into the 90s, it's lights out, man. Do you know what I mean? 97 pace and defending and physical in the 90s. You know what I mean? Further man, the SBC, as we know, boys, what a card. Obviously, you know, no matter where you run him on full back, wing back, false back, he's got the plus on that roll. Brilliant stats, blocking quick step plus, 4-star, 5-star, you know. He's a very worthwhile SBC for a lot of people to do. As I say, the only reason I didn't do him, boys, is because I already had a pre-packed untreatable Teo that I went and evolved. So that's the only reason I didn't do this guy. But yeah, what a card, man. What a card. Yeah, just so many options, boys. Just so many options. I'm moving to the second page here as well in terms of meta cards. I mean, the DeMarco, you know, when my SBC was out 109k, if you picked up that was a smart move as well. I mean, you think of some of the cards released recently. There's a lot of, you know, meta Italian players in the game right now. You think of that Basili in the Evo. You know, you got Donnarumma, as we mentioned in goal there earlier. He's quite meta. Obviously, there's Skelly. He had an Evo a while back. He fitted one. He looked a very, very nice card. Samuel Lino from the season progress, boys. He also fitted an Evo a while back, I believe. Obviously, when you scroll down here, your mind turns to, you know, what's their Evo potential. Kind of looking for chains and links in there as well. All right, boys. So centre backs then, man. You gotta get this right, don't you? You gotta get your centre backs right if you don't want to ship goals. And I know, boys, because my foot champ. Let's just say my foot champs last weekend. It didn't go very well. It didn't go very well, man. So, yeah, some of these cards, absolutely top-notch. I think on a budget option here, Scalvini, very, very nice card with the Anticipate Plus. Pick this guy up right now, boys, for literally 25,000 coins. Evo potential as well. This guy's an absolute beast, man. Absolute beast. I say lucky enough to pack him. Kind of unlucky enough, because I packed him like 3 times then. Once from a regular pack and twice in the guaranteed future star pack. But it doesn't take away the fact, boys, the card is absolutely quality, man. For the budget you pay, on a more budget end of the spectrum here, don't look past this card, man. Very, very nice option. Koundé, very discussed him. As I say, centre back, right back, do not matter. The guy's versatile. The guy's very, very good. Fernando Hierro was a surprise this year because I, you know, usually look at Hierro and you think he's not that usable. This year, this version of the card has been very, very good for a lot of people. When I'm doing my squad reviews on stream, I see a lot of you boys rocking this card, and rightly so. He is a good player, man. Stats on him, solid. That E6 balance is absolutely key. Then obviously boost that agility, boys, you know, with the chem style. But yeah, he's a top card at the minute, man. He really, really is. He might not be in a month or so, you know, but right at this point, this guy is very, very solid, man, 100%. Rio's in here. Bombito, obviously, we've discussed. Bombito's a quality card. Wait for an Evo, boys, that's going to really bump those defending and physical stats up, and that'll be one hell of a centre-back, man. You know, probably stay in people's teams to pretty much team of the season time, I guess. This Rio, now obviously Rio's 88 is not very meta, right? With that 56 balance, that ain't looking too good. But what I've put him in here for is because of the Evo, right? The Evo on Rio will take this agility to 88, which is absolutely huge. It's a massive shift. I mean, it's nearly a, 30 shift of agility. So, it makes a card like this very, very usable then. So yeah, keep that in mind, boys. If you're thinking, you know what, Jack, I haven't done the strategic shift Evo yet. I'm thinking about who to put in. This Rio might be the card for you, man. He honestly, it turns the tables completely, boys, on this card. From being really, really bad to an absolutely amazing, for me, top 10 centre-back in the game, man. Top card when you get him Evo'd. Definitely look into it. Obviously, Bombito does go in that Evo, but I would keep him and wait for a better Evo to boost his defending and physical. Because the good thing about Strategic Shift is obviously it boosts that agility and balance on the card. So, yeah, that's why I go with Rio on that and see if Bombito for future ones if you've got those 2 cards in your club. Alright, boys, moving in to the midfielders. Alright, the key position in any team to make your team flow. So, yeah, these are some of the ones we've highlighted, boys, and we're going to move into these SBCs, show some more options that you've got as well. Because, I mean, you've got a ton of options in the midfield. You know, you really are. We are stacked with them at this stage of the year. There's so many cards, you know, Hullet Gang these days that are just amazing. You know, Hullet Gang used to be a real obscure thing, but very little cards in the game had. now it's just like a common thing. You know, post team of the year, your average CDM and centre mid has it pretty much. But yeah, Matthew Ganduzi, first one up. He is a Hullet Gang cards. Got the pink pass plus. Rolls, obviously very solid. Use him as a box to box. Obviously, Reinders, boys. I think he's coming in around like 60, 70k right now. This guy's an absolute steal for what you get. Yeah, real nice card. Think you take a plus as well on him. Great all-rounder. Agility and balance is the real standout at E9 and 91. Like, just another great box-to-box. Great all-round stats. And as I say, it's a video where we're covering all budgets, boys. This guy, for the price you pay, definitely you're getting yourself a good deal for sure. Obviously, Future Stars Bergval, boys. You can actually get this card at E9 as well. Some of you boys might already have done that with the Evo. Another really good all-rounder. I believe he can play in the holding role as well, can't he? Yep, CDM and centre mid. This guy with ping pass plus as well. Yeah, very juicy card, man. Bruno G, next up, boys, a free card. All it takes is a little bit of grinding, man, to get yourself up that season pass, long ball pass, and press proven, which with midfielders, we know how important that is, especially if you're using this guy. You know, we can play centre mid as well, right? Yeah. Centimeter CDMs. The fact he's got that press proven, boys, that's clutch, especially if we're playing with a deeper role, man. So, yeah, top-notch card. Great all-round stats. Agility and balance at 90. Yeah, real standout, man. That season pass card, he's a dub. Definitely a W for me. Yeah, you really putting that in there. You know, they don't do many things right, but that card, yeah, I'm definitely grinding my way towards that for an upgrade in my main team. Because I'm using, I think it's Camavinga right now at the minute. So, and he's only a lower version of Camavinga, like 87. So, I think Bruno G will be a nice upgrade on that. Inich, another card. A lot of these fall into the same path whereby you can Evo them. Great card as a standalone Future Star. And then if you go and evolve into the 90 rating, yeah, brilliant card. Another great all-rounder again. 4-star, 4-star. Stats looking pretty juicy. Anticipate plus as well. And then we got to talk about this guy, man. This guy. I was lucky enough to pack him, boys, on my second account last week. Pavlovic. What a guy, man. Or Pavlovic. I don't know what. Is it Pavlovic or Pavlovic? Let me know in the comments. CDM centre mid. Now, this guy's stats are obviously very solid. Maybe they're not as crazy as some of the other cards we've talked about in this section of the video with the midfielders, but yeah, that acceleration, man, I think that's exactly the reason why he feels so good in game, because he just absolutely bites into tackles for me. I played him in a deeper role in the CDM. In terms of the roles, obviously, you've got with him. I ran him actually on deep line playmaker, boys. But the stats the card's got, because obviously, if we move ourselves back over here, because he's obviously got, the decent pass and decent dribble and stuff, decent pace as well, you could probably play him further forward and have good joy with him. But yeah, for me, I ran him in the deep line playmaker from the holding role CDM. But as you can see there, man, he's got box-to-box hold and deep line playmaker pluses in the centre mid. So he's got to be in this list, man. A very meta Future Star option. I was lucky enough to get in a guaranteed Future Star pack last week. And then obviously into the last one, boys, I've showcased here, Pirlo. Wasn't sure about it when EA dropped the SBC, I'll be honest. I know a lot of you legends on stream were saying, Jack, I'm completing Pirlo. He's going to be very good. I had my doubts, but boys, yous were right, man. Yous were right. This guy is in so many people's teams right now. This guy's very nice. He actually gives me flashbacks to the Xavi Team of the Year icon boys from last year. Jude's in there. Alexia Putellas. Putellas, if you wanted to run her in terms of you boys are watching this that are looking for cards on a cheaper end. Putellas is regular card right now. She probably, I'm not going to say she's outdated. She is outdated, but if you're on a real cheaper end of the spectrum, to pay 46,000 coins for an all-right centre mid, it's not too bad, boys. Do you know what I mean? You could do it. First touch plus as well. So yeah, usually boys watching this that are really short on coins right now and you're looking for a real cheap option that's going to be decent for you, Putellas, yeah, could be that card. Obviously, we scroll back over here again. I mean, there's some ones just to really avoid, boys. I mean, there's obviously the Footy there. There's the card I was mentioning, 439k at the minute, right? But yeah, very nice. Bruno's in there. Zinedine Zidane, obviously, it's a free card in there. Pascal Gross, let's not sleep on this guy. 4-star, 4-star. Stats looking absolutely mental. I mean, the passing. Look at my man's passing, man. Perfect. Whenever FIFA passes go wrong, like all the time, having this guy in, man, must be a joy. An intercept and ping pass on the playstyle pluses, man. Very nice card. Haven't seen a lot of people use him, but he does seem like quite an underrated option there. Alright, boys, into the cams, man. We're not going to mess around in this position, man. Zinedine Zidane, straight up. We all know his abilities in this game. Staying on the theme of free Evos, Maradona's in there for me. I took the Technical Plus version, boys, which was the wide option. Technical and finesse shot. Any of the versions are great on this guy. If you haven't seen my video, if you haven't still chose your Maradona, which one you want to do yet, check out my video. I'll leave a link to it at the top of the screen now. Click the eye. It'll show you boys that video in terms of what kind of is the best selection for you. Because what might be the best selection for me isn't the best selection for you. You know what I mean? We all play the game a little bit differently. So, yeah, check out that Maradona Evo Choices video, boys, that I posted last week if you haven't already, if you're still struggling for which version to choose. Mentions Musiala, you know, cheap enough option, technical plus, not much need said, boys. He's not crazy, but he's good for what you pay. Bobby Firmino from the Progress. This guy for a free card looks absolutely mental. Incisive pass, first touch plus for a free card. I think he is the final level in the Progress, right? But this guy, man, oh my goodness, he is he's looking pretty saucy right now. He really is. Stats are mental. I mean, 91 agility, 92 balance, the acceleration sprint speed in the 90s. You got great passing stats, great shooting stats, and not to mention the 5-star, 4-star. So, yeah, goes right saying, boys. League's a little bit difficult. Obviously, it forces you Saudi League again. But, yeah, he is, for a free card, he's definitely up there, and he's very, very meta. And then, obviously, Ousmane Dembele, boys. Now, obviously, I put the 89 one in here, but we're really talking about the 94. So, you either have him or you don't. Obviously, Team of the Year Blueprint Dembele is the standout option for this guy. If you've went and done that Team of the Year Blueprint on this guy, yeah, he's probably better at right for you. Hence why we're gonna have him in the you know, the winger positions in this video as well. But because of the 5-star, 5-star, the 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, the fact he's got agility and balance at very, very high level, that's kind of why he's a reasonable cam still. You know, he's got that high chance creation off the card. You can have fun in the, you know, behind the striker with him. But yeah, for me, he's still a better winger. But I threw him into the 10 position here as well, just because, as I say, those stats, 5-star, 5-star as well. And the play stats he's got make it pretty reasonable for a cam as well. Moving into the right wingers, boys, alright? So we've got a few different shortlisted options here, many of which actually you've got like a really expensive version of and then a really, really cheaper version of. So obviously, you know, some are the cheaper, obviously, versions aren't with the same amount of playstyle pluses, obviously worse stats, etc. But yeah, I mean, you've got Mahrez in here, who I think a lot of you boys probably already have him, because you might not even have packed him, but you might have gone from that pick from objectives last week, where you got to choose 2 grassroots grades cards from 5 in a pick. So I ended up getting my version that way. Really, really good card. The problem obviously is the league, but my man's got technical and trickster plus. With the, obviously the 5-star skills, the 4-star weak foot. Obviously stats on the card, you know, the agility and balance, 94, 93. A little bit more in the pace and you know, acceleration sprint would be nice. So obviously boost that up with a cam style, boys, 100%. Salah, I mean, Team of the Year option if you want. If you've got the coins, the facilities for that, fair play. Mohamed Salah's regular gold is outdated, yes. But if you're really, really on a budget, boys, you know, if you want Salah, right, just go by your budget. Right, so go whatever your budget is, go by that version of him. So obviously Salah has got a lot of variations this year in the game. So if you want his regular gold and you can only afford his regular gold, he will still be reliable for you. You know, for what you pay, you'll still get good value out of him. A bit like the Hansen that we were talking about earlier, or the Bratellis, I think it was, where her regular gold is obviously outdated, yes, but it's still, you know, a reasonable card if you're you know, can't afford to spend too much. Pedro Neto obviously has SBC. He has torn me apart in champs so much in this game, so he's got to be in this list. What a card he is. One of the best SBCs this year. EA have dropped, no doubts. There's the Hansen, obviously Team of the Year, so same thing applies to Salah. Get the cheaper, you know, version of this card if you want there and you can't afford the blue one. So obviously we're in the right wingers, boys. So obviously this Phil Foden, man. I mean, right wing cam, left wing right mid. The versatility is absolutely brilliant on this card. Obviously the 2 playstyle pluses we know, technical and Travella. Travella, not great to be honest. You'd love this card to have something else like a quick step or, you know, finesse shot or something like that. I mean, Travella's just not great this year. Technical's nice. 4-star, 4-star. Versatility's great, as I say. And obviously, yeah, his SBC wasn't cheap, boys, but if you went and did it back when he was released, then fair play, because he's a very, very nice card. And definitely one of the upper echelon attackers in the game at the minute, man. Strolling all down then again. We got to throw Gareth Bale in there, man. He's going to be pretty much in every position for the rest of this video, man, because he's brilliant on the left. I think left wing's his best position. You play him out on the left, he's brilliant. Striker, he'll obviously be great for you there as well. Going on down a little bit further, we've got Barcola here. Ridiculous price again, but obviously we're covering all values, as I say, so he's in the video. Mia Hamm, we know, always a trustworthy striker. Only the 1 playstyle plus, you know, but she's reliable. And then moving on down, boys, to a few cheaper options. Obviously, we've went through Mahrez already. Jota, the new SBC Jota is actually not too bad. 2 playstyle pluses there on him as well. He's a reasonably priced SBC for a 4-star, 5-star. I remember Jota had a card, was it last FIFA, that I absolutely loved. This card's kind of giving me flashbacks to that, man. Obviously mentions Messi, man. We can't not mention this guy. Right wing cam, right mid striker. Nice play styles on him again. He's got the technical and the incisive pass on him. Yeah, he will be a joy to use. He really, really would be. But obviously we know price of that card On the cheap side, boys, but if you've got the coins for it, he is one of the better cams / wingers in the game, man. Probably cams, I'd say more, because he's got the incisive pass as well. Alright then, boys, so a few left mid / left wingers to showcase. Only put a few in this, and then we're obviously going to move over to these SBC again, go through a bit more in depth of some of the choices you boys could choose. Bale's in here again. Don't need to say too much on it. He's an unbelievable card. Vinny J, we know this guy's insane in game. 3 playstyle pluses on his team of the year, and I'm sure 0.01% of this video is going to be able to get Vinny Jr., right? So yeah, let's talk a little bit more realistic, boys. Obviously, Pedro Neto, Foden, we've discussed those. Guro right hand, yet again, this is our team of the year version, but she does have a 91 Thunderstruck, I believe. We can just quickly search it here, actually. I believe she does have, let me see, concepts. I believe she has a 91 Thunderstruck. Yeah, this one here, right? So, yet again, okay, you don't get the same amount of playstyle pluses as the team of the year. It's only the one with a finesse shot, but in terms of stats, boys, on the card, 4-star, left-footed, trustworthy card, feels good in game. Yeah, Thunderstruck right hand's a good option. Couple of cards here, boys, not to sleep on, man. Linda Caicedo, for the price, again, technical quick step, but boys, 5-star, 4-star, under 200k. Yeah, just putting that out there. Solid option right there. Also, this Youngmin Son from the Winter Wild cards. Yet again, rocking those 2 playstyle pluses. You get the Finesse and Press proven. Advanced Forward plus, Poacher plus, Winger plus. 4-star, 5-star again on him. Versatile. And then obviously, boys, we did talk about Vinny in the squad screen there. Obviously, scrolling down, Vinny's regular version, right, just with the quick step plus, is 210,000 coins right now. So that just, yeah, 5-star, 4-star on the card. Now, this card is outdated. Yes, it is. I mean, there's literally no rare goals in the game right now, bar probably Theo and Mbappe, that I would still say are, like, in the power curve. And even Theo and Mbappe's regulars, they're just, like, you know, especially Theo, they're just about in the meta. You know, you'd probably need a little bit of upgrade on them, especially Theo, if not Mbappe too. But yeah, there's his regular. Next cheapest option of him is 700k for his 91 inform. Thing with Vinny is, though, like, he's just, I honestly think, like, I put him in this video purely for the cheaper end. Like, obviously, if you go and get any of these versions, like, you're loving life. The card's going to be unreal. But with the cheaper end, because we're covering all budgets in this video, the cheaper end of the spectrum, like 210k to get yourself a solid, just purely regular gold Vinny J. Probably not a bad option, boys. Alright, boys, let's talk strikers, man, alright? We'll have a little look on easy SBC here, then I'm going to move in and show you boys the showcased cards that I've got and some of the ones that I'm picking out of particular notice as well. So, obviously, first of all, I mean, people like this card, I mean, this guy, for me, is one of the best in the game. If you have an insane amount of coins right now, I mean, I actually packed this guy during Team of the Year for a viewer. I still don't know how I did it. And I had no idea that he's worth that much because Henry traditionally in other FIFAs hasn't been like, you know, he's been obviously a great icon on the pack, but Henry's a weird one. Sometimes he doesn't feel great in game. You know, I think last year wasn't one of Henry's best years with the card. Not a lot of people liked him. Whereas this year, this particular version, there's a reason he's over 6 million coins. He's an absolute demon in game. Finesse and rapid, 4-5. Yeah, it says it all, man. And I actually used this card on a viewer's account for a player review a while back. It's on the channel. I think it might have been the Endrick review, where I had Endrick and Thierry up front on their own, or up front in the front too, sorry. And yeah, they were unbelievable. So yeah, Thierry, yeah, you can't really go wrong, but then you are paying 6 million coins for him. So yeah, obviously moving down further, boys. I mean, there's some crazy options here, man. One that I do want to point out: Jamie Vardy's Grassroots Greats. Caught me off guard, this card, completely. I seen him in the promo last week, and I thought, okay, cool, they've dropped the Vardy card. Bringing back, you know, Team of the Season Leicester vibes from 2016, where they won the league, Vardy gets Team of the Season, he's stats similar to this. But this card's over 1 million. 1.3 million for this guy. I mean, I can see it. Quick step and power shot with 4-5, those stats, I can see it. Obviously, advanced 4++, poacher ++. For me, you utilize him on the poacher. You utilize that power shot, the weak foot, the pace. 100%. Get making those runs in behind, man. 100%. Obviously, Gareth Bale, we know how good he is. Firmino, we've pointed him out as well earlier in the cam position. Stands the same really for the striker, boys. A few other notable options here then, boys. Gyökeres, he was an objective a good while back. Still a very, very good card at this stage in the game. 4-star, 5-star for a free option. Brilliant. That sprint speed on the guy as well, by the way. 96. That is crazy effective in game, by the way. I mean, when this guy starts running at me, I just can't defend him. Your boy Footy can get nowhere near him, boys. I just can't get anywhere near this card. When he starts running at me full tilt, I can't get anywhere near the guy, man. Yeah, he's a beast. Absolute beast in game. Kelly Smith's another one we haven't mentioned yet. Obviously, got the Vanessa Plus as well. Obviously, it's a card released all the way back in Thunderstruck time, man. But yeah, she still holds up with the stage in the game, even with just the one playstyle plus for the Vanessa. She's a good option as well. And that will wrap it up, boys, for another video on the channel, man. As I say, each position covered, best players in each position. I'm sure I've missed a few. I'm sure I've put a few in that maybe you boys, you know, not everyone agrees with and stuff. But yeah, that's what it's all about, man. These videos, whether it's a tier list video, whether it's a top 10 video, whether it's a, you know, best players in each position video, all budgets, whatever it is, like today. It's all about getting opinions, man. Get in the comments, let me know what do you agree with, what do you disagree with, you know, who's your favorite cards in each position as well. Drop the comments in, boys. I'll be reading them, replying them, hearting them as I always do as well, boys. And yeah, please do smack the like button if the video's been helpful. Really does help us out a lot, boys, pushing the channel into more and more new people. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Your boy Footy is pushing towards that 7,200 mark. We're super close to hitting that. We're like 20 away at the time you boys will see this video. So yeah, if you've enjoyed the content today and you think you'll enjoy more content, more videos, streams from me on the channel, I'd really appreciate it, boys. If you could drop a sub on the channel, would mean a lot. And yeah, until the next video, thanks for watching, boys. Peace out.